Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Gray Man Prepping. It is time for Survival Saturday, and tonight's topic is After All Women Vanish. What are your plans now, guys? And how's everybody doing out there? Let's go to the comments, make sure I got everyone contacted. I think I said hi to everyone, but just in case, we're going to say hi again. And those that are lurking is fine. Although we appreciate if you at least hit thumbs up or at least say lurking, listening, whatever. All right, thanks. All right, so first one in was Crew 1351. And their second comment was, please, bring us back, please. Next was Geeky Gardens, then Kaylin Strained, and Idaho Garden Girl, who says, I'm lurking. I like the way she does it right. Then Diana. Let's scroll on down here. Everyone's saying hi to each other. Little and Pepper came in, and Rust came in. See, Prepper Girl's here now, and everyone's still saying hi. All right, so this is and I forgot to do it again. I always forget, I always screw Saturday up, especially today. I'm so freaking hot and tired because I was doing the work of me and the staff sergeant, and she's in California, so I'm having to do the work of her, and she's not here. All right, I forgot. Let's go and bring this back up here to go with the next one. And of course, it is warning: possible possible fantasy fear porn, Kool-Aid drinking zone ahead. Then again, maybe not. No, it's definite. It's definitely that. Okay, so once again, we're going to be delving into the minds of some very interesting channels out there. I'm not going to name them. Oh, Happy Mac came in. Hey, Happy Mac. And so, all right, there's been a lot of channels here and on pages on Facebook where people go, we don't need men, blah blah blah, and that was last week after all the men disappear. Well, there have been some other channels coming out, both male and female run, doing rebuttals to the "we don't need men," and a couple of them I just love. I've been following for a couple of years now, and they're just calm, clean cut. Really, the one lady goes, she goes, really, and plays a little bit more. Wait a minute, let's address that. Says something, and goes on. Are you sure you want that? All right, so causes for all women vanishing, pretty much the same as all men vanishing. If it's man-made on purpose or man-made by mistake, it's some lab creating something. And I'm going to go ahead and put me up here. Put it this way. So, it's going to be some lab making some stupid genetic goofball thing that's going to start making women pass on, just like it was with the men disappearing. It could be slowly, or it could be exponentially, sort of like it was that movie. Was it Zombie Nation or Zombie War, whatever, where he's trying to track down it and it's spreading exponentially across the planet, turning people into zombies. No. Yeah, and as I said, I feel the same way. To get my contractor's license as a Class A general engineering contractor, I had to pass a state test showing I know how to do the books for a company. I know how to do billing, and I know how to do, all that fun stuff. World War Z. Yes, that was it. World War Z. And so I know how to do that stuff, but my wife is, I mean, that's what she thrives on. I mean, sometimes when she comes home after they've uploaded a new update to whether it's Yardi or one of the other accounting programs, she goes, "Ah, they finally listened to us and they got this. It is so cool. Now we can do this, 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 and this, and this." After listening to her for 30 some odd years, when she talks about this stuff, I know what she's talking about. Do I know how to do it? No. But I know, Yardi works for these type of corporations and businesses. I forget the other one of the other ones starts with an S something, and that works good for universities and hospitals and stuff like that. And it's just one of those things. It's like, wow. And I know about I just lost it. CAMREX, common area maintenance expenses. And I know about that for like malls and apartment buildings and strip malls and things like that. But doing accounting myself on that scale, I could probably get by doing it, but I wouldn't love it. I'm not I'm a numbers person, but not that type of numbers. So yeah, it's just something that I wouldn't want to do. Let's see, we're at okay. So man-made on purpose. Someone was trying to better women to do something or whatever, and they wound up creating some genome thing that just breaks the genome and the DNA sequencing, and women just start passing on all over the place. Then there is, nature caused. It's possible, but not likely. Nature's not that stupid. Just ask Mother Nature. I didn't mean to be a pun until it came out of my mouth. Yeah, Mother Nature ain't gonna let it happen to her girls. Now, then the one we didn't talk about too much last week, I'm going to touch on more this time is actually we did talk about some of the sci-fi movies and stuff, but they're beam them up. We need women and take them away. And prepared for. Hey, how's it going? Yeah, that's the long range for either one of them. It's not instant. It's like there are just no more being born. Or for the guys, they're nobody's being born because the guys were infertile last week. This week the women can't get pregnant, so yeah, it's same thing's going to happen out, same outcome. It's all of a sudden it's going to be a dwindling population, and the pregnancy thing probably isn't going to be spotted for about 6 months to a year before everyone realizes, hey, they're nobody being born anywhere. That's how stupid the guys are in charge. The doctors, the big brains. Yeah, I'm sorry. A lot of those guys I think are stupid. I mean, I don't know. They no longer practice medicine. They're in management because they couldn't cut it as a doctor. So this has a lot of possibilities on how it's going to happen and everything else. Dealing with is it going to be some genetic thing happened? Is it going to be visitors from outer space saying, "Oh, we need women to help propagate our species. We screwed up. We need women to help us," and they steal all our women? Yeah, they already are. They're already dropping, and if something else came in and made everything drop even faster, they're still thinking it's probably, you know, the aluminum carrying jibbity jabs and the mouth popping other pills that are causing it. And they're not going to realize how bad it is. They think it's going to be, oh, well, they need to get something going on it. And we'll fix it. We'll just study it and look at it and create focus groups and this, and 10, 12 years, we'll figure it out. By 10, 12 years, yeah, it's going to be a hard bring back. But the thing is, though, we are not the movies. We can't get Arnold Schwarzenegger pregnant to deliver a baby. We can't. Guys aren't just going to be able to do that. That was all fantasy and comedy is what that movie was. Were there any other movies or books that you know of that was on that subject of men, where we've created a pill that men grows a uterus and can have a baby or anything like that? I was just kind of wondering if that comedy movie, I can't remember what it was called, but let's see. The people most affected are the least concerned. There was a movie about that. I think it was called Children of Men. Okay. It was about zero birth rate. Okay. So there was somebody thinking about it. Going on this like normal is, we're not going to have a heads up on it. And I think to anybody with common sense, I could be wrong, but anybody with common sense is going to realize this can't happen. That's where I could be wrong. It could happen, somebody being stupid, but we're going to think it can't happen. So there's not much of a mitigation to do for that. The only thing that could help with this is the number of already frozen eggs and possible embryos and stuff that are already frozen in the banks and stuff for that the people were going to use, but now the women are gone, and so we got to figure out a way to do that. But we have that, so the whole thing's going to be very hard. Yeah, I just remembered another movie. Oh, it was back in the 60s, no, 70s. It was along the time that the Andromeda Strain came out, and Maroon, a couple other ones, about it, where they were trying to use chimpanzees, I'm not talking about Planet of the Apes, to carry the embryo. So, and who knows what other side effects that might have. So, since Mark decided not to grace us with his presence here, ZPG from the 70s. Okay, I'd have to look that one up to understand what that one is. And recovery is going to be a slow trial and error with many errors along the way, some surviving errors. So yeah, it's going to be a hard one there. Let me go ahead and take that down for a second, and I want to look up ZPG. See if I can get some information. See what they were thinking about for that. ZPG Film, 1972. Okay, and my computer's really, mine's lagging it. Okay, yeah. Zero population growth. You can watch it on YouTube for $4. You can also see it on Apple for $4, Fandango for $4, or Amazon Prime for $4. So, it's a 1972 British American dystopian science fiction film, starring Oliver Reed and Carol McNeil. But that was an instituted zero population growth. Yeah, that's government sticking their nose in a way that doesn't belong. And Shady Hill Homestead is here. And here, recovery, how we'll just make our own sandwiches. Yeah, no. Yeah. That's still a zero population thing. I know there were comments being made about this from some of the guys trying to be funny. Others who were being stupidly funny, trying to be stupidly funny. Oh, I'm just going to go fishing. I don't have to worry about it. I can go golfing and fishing anytime I want now. It's just I'm going to go hunt. Oh, I can go out and buy that rifle I always wanted. Who's going to take care of the kids that you already have? Who's going to be doing all these other things that she used to take care of? But yeah, I'm just reading, making sure I caught all the comments there. Oh, I'm back. Having trouble connect. Oh, it was it was everything. Okay, so I'm showing here. Interesting. Yeah. Okay, shoot. It froze up hard here, and it was because for a minute or so that I was moving and it was frozen on YouTube on my side. So Dinah had to leave. Yeah, her phone was going crazy. There should have been nothing going on here that was affecting it unless it was actually the connect somehow internet connecting to StreamYard, wherever StreamYard was at. That could have been a problem. It was affecting StreamYard there. Anyway, nah, because she knows. I know that it's like right now I'm taking care of two of the grandsons, the two that Eli when Eli has one of his fits, goes after the most. They're spending their time over here, except like right now, they snuck off and went back across the street. Fortunately, Eli's being calm because they haven't come back moping. Mom sent us back over here. She doesn't love me anymore. Yes, she does. That's why she's sending you back over here to keep Eli from attacking you. But yeah. There's going to be a major change in a lot of things if this were to happen until it could get corrected. Yeah, guys are going to, guys unlike me are going and like my boys are going to have to be learning to do their own laundry, the proper shopping, taking care of the kids, getting the kids off to school, and working out things with job and employment. But if it was something to happen totally to go from unknown, nothing happening, and within 6 months, 50% of the women have passed on, and that's when things are going to start, getting out, getting adjustments are going to have to be made. I think so much more immediately in the house, especially what the family, families with younger kids, teenagers. Not it's going to be a little bit easier. Yeah, yeah, but yeah, it's like yeah, there are some millennial and whatever you want to call them, Gen Zs, that the guys, the males are going to pass off just as quickly as the women disappear. Mom's not here to take care of me. I'm living in the basement. Yeah. But yeah, that's gonna be one of those type things. So, anyways, that this one here, like last week, is one that's not a lot of discussion happened on it. What I would like to ask everyone, if you have any topics for, actually, I think I got. Hang on, let me look at the schedule here. I think I have all the Saturdays and Tuesdays here up through. Yeah, the schedule is full up through yeah, Saturday, September 2nd. Sorry, Saturday, January 2nd. Yeah. And I got most of January for Tactical Tuesdays. Friday night and the homesteads are solid. It's there's one, that's January 11th. So there are 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 holes on Monday nights in the that we could use suggestions for topics on Monday nights. With Tammy and Mark and I talking about food preservation, canning, cooking, and stuff. So, if you have any topics that you want to see addressed there, go ahead and send either Tammy or myself an email. And speaking of Tammy, there's a different Tammy came in. Tammy Harder's in here now. Yeah, just send us an email. Email on my channels on the bottom of the description, and just send an email. How about this, that, and the other? And something we haven't addressed that if it's something we've never addressed, I'll plug it right in. If it's something we have addressed, I'll see how long it's been, and then try to space it out so we're not repeating it close together. All right. But yeah, having all the women disappear, it's going to have something a side consequence that most people aren't thinking about. That there's going to be a lot of guys at night after the kids are all in bed crying. Seriously, there's going to be guys crying all over the place. Yeah, there are a lot of them that would just, not be able to handle it and just, take a long walk off a short pier. And those that are trying to handle it are going to find out just how hard it is. See, my wife and I have both worked practically most all the time during our relationship, our marriage here. We would try to work different shifts. So with Homeland Security, I was working starting like at 4 o'clock or 3 o'clock in the morning, doing my 12-hour shift, coming home, and she was working midday after the kids were in school. I'd get home generally in time to catch the kids coming home. And the same thing, before I was working at Homeland Security, when I was working security for Chevron Texaco or Bank of America, I worked the graveyard shift, and that way we'd get we had time to she'd get the kids off to school, I'd be home, I'd get home, get a couple hours sleep, kids would come home from school, and then I would work on getting dinner when she came home, unless she texted me or called me and said, I want this for dinner, and I'd work on doing that. All righty. Yeah, it's like today. Our plans, mainly her plans, were to come up for the last 2 weeks of each month. However, with her mother taking a spill and being obstinate about what allowing the medical staff to do to help her, she got sent home because she was lying to them, saying, "No, I'm just a little dizzy," blah blah blah, downplaying everything really bad, not telling what was actually going wrong with her. She wound up going home and falling again within a week of being home, passing out. Ambulance came, they had to resuscitate her and get her away, get her to the hospital, and yeah. And they, all the medical teams were saying, unless you need 24/7 care, unless you have relatives that'll live with you 24/7, you need to go into a facility. And she goes, I'm not going to a facility, even if it's for 3 weeks. And yeah, so my daughter will come take care of me. Well, she doesn't realize her daughter has plans. So anyway, so yeah. So right now, I'm without, she's missed the last, she would have been here this Saturday. She would have been here today for this month and for the next 2 weeks. She missed, and so I'm dealing with the grandkids, and sometimes I got 3 grandkids over here while Eli's with his workers or with his parents. So, and sometimes we do swap, and I got Eli, and Eli's, when Eli comes over here, he's pretty much mellow most of the time. But yeah, so today is like up until about I came in, started setting this up ahead of time, getting it going. But I was mowing mowing all the grass, mowing the field to try to get all the weeds down, using the walk behind string trimmer to get into some heavy stuff that I couldn't mow with the ride-on mower. Doing a lot of stuff that that Chris and I would do as a team to make it go faster and easier with 2 people, and it's taken me 3 times as long to do it by myself. Yeah. Chris's mother is 80, and she's not taking the best care of her health. And she had showed no interest in knowing what the finances were. And so when her husband passed on, she was totally lost and stuff. And yeah, she's been scammed several times. You know, people say, "Oh, this is the bank, blah 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 blah." You know, or this is the IRS. You know, your something from last year was illegal, blah 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 blah, and stuff like that. But yeah, but for the last, even before her husband passed on, I would say for the past 11, 12 years, she's been walking with a major limp and using a cane or a walker. And yeah, so anyways, yeah, so I'm already experiencing a little bit of it, but not a lot. But yeah, I mean, still, most guys do not appreciate the hard things that women do for them all the time and don't say anything about it. And so, yeah, for a lot of like Ferocious said, for some of them, it's going to be, it's going to be an eye opener that they can't handle. Yeah. I'm canning watermelon rind pickles and watermelon rind concentrate, watermelon lemonade concentrate. Yeah. All right, folks, we're going to wrap it up here. So coming up here, though, let's get back up to the top. On Monday for Camp Patton Family Compound, the topic is cooking in cast iron. Tuesday here on Gray Man Prepping, it's 13 years of Gray Man Prepping. Yes, the 21st is when I first set up Gray Man Prepping. Midnight Ride. Then Friday on Camp Patton Family Compound is homeschooling an option for you? Next Saturday here is after the East Coast mega tsunami. What are your plans? And so that's what's coming up here for right now. Mark did send me an email and filled in one of the blanks for Mondays. That's coming up here in a couple of weeks. An interesting one that just blew my socks off. So that one's going to be on August 3rd, and it's called "What's in Your Flour?" And we're going to that. It's going to be a very interesting one on Monday, August 3rd for that one. But with everything else going on, folks, stay happy no matter what life throws at you. Stay safe. Don't go out and do anything foolish. Keep adding to your preps: water, food, medicine, clothing. Learn a new skill every month, and work on your garden. And take care. And I will see you around. I wonder what's taking so long.